Hello, everybody. Happy hump day. How are you today? Today, we're going to talk about timing. Okay. So, the reason that we're going to talk about timing, the name of this video is When the Timing Isn't Right. And this is something that a lot of moms say when they are considering starting or growing a business, or maybe they've got a new project in their business that they want to tackle, a dream that they've been waiting to pursue, but they're like, you know what, the timing just isn't right. And I want to speak on that a little bit today because sometimes the timing really just isn't right for something that we want to do. But that isn't always the case when we say this. And we can kind of look at how do we know when the timing truly isn't right or if I'm playing it too small. Okay? And that's where I want to hit today, because let's look at the reasons why we might say this, because life is, let's be honest, life is never going to slow down. Life is always going to throw us unexpected curveballs. And the more days that we go without starting our thing, without pursuing our dream, the more days that we go are days that are putting us farther and farther away from that dream. We're going to look back and say, one day when we finally do start, we're going to look back and say, I wish I had done this sooner. So how do we avoid that? Instead of always saying the timing isn't right, the timing isn't right. And here's my answer to that. You've got to start somewhere. Unless you're going through just some kind of insurmountable crisis in your life that you just know there's absolutely no way you can do this, maybe the timing isn't right. But if you feel like there might be some small possibility that you can start this thing, that you can pursue your dream, then I encourage you to be creative. I encourage you to think of creative ways that you can carve out just a tiny bit of time every day to work on it. Because let me tell you, I was talking to a friend of mine, my friend Amanda Ignot, the other day. I was interviewing her for my podcast that I'm getting ready to launch. And she was talking about how in the beginning of launching her business, you okay? In the beginning of launching her business, she only had an hour a day, 4 days a week. So only 4 hours a week to work on her business. And she has really grown her business a lot in just starting out like that. And now she has more time than she did in the beginning to work on it. But in the beginning, she didn't let that stop her. She didn't believe the lie, the thought that she could have easily given into the thought, oh, well, I don't have enough time, so the timing isn't right. I'm not going to start this right now. But she didn't. And I'm sure that she is so grateful that she started with that 1 hour a day, started with what she could do at the time. And that may have meant taking that big goal that she had and breaking it down into teeny tiny bite-sized chunks that she could do every day. And there might have been some other things that she might have said, okay, I can't do this big thing right now, but let me start on this little thing so that I can build consistency and go ahead and start seeing results in my business. That is the key. Just do something. Doing something is better than doing nothing when we're chasing our dreams, when we're creating the business that we dream of, when we are creating the life of our dreams. Even if you don't think that because it's not about taking these big, massive leaps. Those will come in time. And some people are able to take those massive leaps, but those people are in the minority. Most of us have to take sustainable, tiny steps in the right direction over a long period of time before we see massive results. And you know what? I like that setup because it really allows us to hone our leadership qualities in that time and to build the character that we're going to need when we do get success, that we'll be able to handle it the right way. Because a lot of us right now, the journey is it's not so much about the end result. I mean, the end result is definitely something we need to keep in our minds. It keeps us going, but the journey is just as important. The journey to success is just as important because we are growing in that process and we are becoming the most true, authentic versions of ourselves. So that is what I want to say about timing. So I encourage you, if this is something that pops into your mind when you're thinking about pursuing your dreams, I encourage you to get creative and see what little things you can do consistently to try to build that life. Okay. And if you're not in my group, Survival Mode to Successful Mompreneurs of Little Kids Creating Momentum, I encourage you, Jeremiah and I both encourage you to join my group. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.